Welcome to our John Alden annual Good Citizens event in recognition. So we're glad you all were able to come, students, family, teachers, everybody. A couple pieces of orientation. Over on the table over there are cold bottles of water and punch if anybody wants one. Restrooms, there's one right back here, or you can go out the back door there and there's some to the right. So that should orient everybody. So what we're going to do is what we call the rituals. And what that means is, although it's not on here, we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, which I hope everybody knows. It's not on here. And then we're going to do just the preamble of the Constitution after that. So let's everybody stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we'll do the preamble. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. You may be seated. I forgot to introduce myself, sorry. I'm Karen Miller. I'm the Vice Regent of the chapter. Our Regent is off in Washington visiting her grandbabies right now, so I'm here in her stead. Joan?
I think Carolyn is next.
Carolyn's next.
Yep.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations, students. This is quite an honor to be chosen as a good citizen of your high school, so sincere congratulations to each one of you. If you will pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we, the members of the John Alden chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution, are proud to recognize these outstanding seniors that have been chosen as good citizens from our area high schools. Each of these students has already shown a wide variety of outstanding achievements at their young ages. Thanks also to all of the individuals that have helped and encouraged these students during their educational years. Thank yous go to the parents, grandparents, teachers, school counselors, and the many other individuals that have had an influence on each good citizen for their many achievements. Lord, would you bless each student as they make these difficult choices upon what to do after graduation from high school. Some may choose to further their education, some may enter the employment world, and others may choose to enter a branch of the military. Bless each one of them as they make these decisions. All of this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
These masks are warm, as you all know. And I don't have to wear a mask at home because there's nobody in my house. Anyway, I too want to say welcome to the DAR Good Citizen winners, to your parents and school sponsors, to our DAR members, and all of our guests. Today, as we recognize our school winners, you will each receive the DAR Good Citizen pin that you will be able to wear the rest of the school year. This year, 10 schools in our area have chosen a school DAR Good Citizen. We thank all the schools for participating and for helping us share this memorable occasion with these young people. Unfortunately, Windover is not going to be with us today. After reading about the many accomplishments that you have already made, and I have read all of them, I am convinced that your schools did an excellent job of choosing each one of you. You are a marvelous group of young people. I am amazed at all of the things that you managed to fit into your time. It's a pleasure to meet each one of you today. A student that is selected as the school's DAR Good Citizen must have the qualities of dependability, which includes truthfulness, loyalty, and punctuality. Service, which includes cooperation, courtesy, and consideration of others. Patriotism, which includes unselfish interest in family, school, community, and nation. Leadership, which includes personality, self-control, and the ability to assume responsibility. This fall, you are selected by your faculty and/or your senior class to represent your school. The essay for this year had the title, Our American Heritage and Our Responsibility for Preserving It, with the focus question, how do the qualities of a good citizen, dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism, help support our nation? The students didn't know until they sat down to write what the title would be. They were allowed 2 hours to write their essay of not more than 550 words. They were allowed to use a computer. This has taken place over the last few years, as long as it was internet disabled, and they were allowed to use a spell check or a dictionary. 3 judges who are not DAR members were selected to review the essays and determine a winner for the chapter. Along with the essays, the judges also looked at each student's high school interests, activities and accomplishments, grades, contributions to the community, and extracurricular activities, such as 4-H, church, a part-time job. Each student had been asked to describe why the 4 qualities of a DAR good citizen are important and how they try to exhibit them in his or her life. The judges reviewed all of the above, and they came to a decision as to which one of the entries would represent our DAR John Alden chapter. Today's winning essay and personal information will be sent on to the state level. The state winner will receive a scholarship or bond and also a special state good citizens pin and certificate. The state winning essay then goes on to compete in a division group. There are 8 divisions, and our division includes Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Michigan. The 8 division winners then compete at national level. The national winner is invited to Washington, D.C. to attend the DAR Continental Congress and will be awarded a scholarship, an inscribed silver bowl, and certificate. There are scholarships and certificates for the national second place winner and third place winner. We will announce our chapter winner after all of our good citizens are introduced. Our winner does not yet know of his or her selection. We hope that this year's chapter winner advances to state, and we have had some, and perhaps our division group and national level. Someone will. Perhaps it will be our winner. Now, I know one person who answers to this question, but if there are any past DAR good citizens, would you please stand and let us know who you are? And from Meridian Early College High School, yes. And?
Darcy Wachowski, I'm 1990 from Breckenridge.
Fantastic, Darcy. It's interesting how we meet people. There is a person that I met over at the Center for the Arts. I said, well, I can't talk to you until after the 12th because I'm busy with DAR putting that together. He said, well, I lived in Charlotte, and I was the good citizen the year I was a senior. I said, oh, that's great. So thank you. And now, Karen Miller, our Vice Regent, will introduce our guest speaker.
Don't mind me, I get going after I take a couple steps. Our guest speaker today is Dolores Porty. She's been the Village of Sanford president since 2011. Since 2020, she has been leading the recovery efforts throughout Sanford following the devastating dam failures and flooding. Her energy and efforts have been seen and appreciated. One of the Sanford neighborhoods was totally destroyed and has been developed into a park called Porty Park in her honor. She has also been honored at Sanford's First Responder Memorial with a rock that says Sanford Strong in honor of Dolores Porty, Sanford's rock, following the dam failures 2020. Her career has included working for Dow in a variety of accounting positions. She is a member of a wide range of affiliations and memberships. And just for fun, you might like to know that she is a ballroom dancer and into stand-up comedy. So, as a resident of Sanford myself, it is my honor to introduce you. Welcome.
Well, it's an honor to be here, and one thing I wanted to say is I'm a graduate of a small high school. I graduated from Coleman High School with a graduating class of around 90 people. And so I believe that I'm a testament of what we can do as good as citizens from any size school or any place in the country that we come from. I started my career by gathering eggs at an egg farm and delivering the Midland Daily News in Coleman on my bicycle and picking strawberries for money up in Coleman. So, you know, we start, what do they say, you start in the mailroom? Well, you even start further back from that. So I was a college co-op, or high school co-op first from Coleman at Dow Chemical, and I truly did sort mail. And then I was a college co-op and got an associate's degree from Delta. Worked for Dow for a while as a production scheduler in the plant with a hard hat, and we yelled all kinds of fun things on the gray phone back then. And after that, I left Dow around age 30, and I went to Michigan State, got my accounting degree, and came back and became an accountant for Dow. And I eventually was the North America leader of payroll, and then the global leader of accounts payable. So regardless of where we all start, I think, you know, given our sights on bigger things for ourselves or continuous learning, we can go do a lot for our lives and for our community. When I left Dow, I had a budget of $38 million, and we paid $50 billion a year in accounts payable throughout the world. And I ended up traveling to India, to China, to Brazil, and many, many places I never even knew of when I was in high school at your age. And so the world is really big out there, and it's really can be fun. And right now I'm the village president, and I make $100 a month in this role. So it really is about giving back to your community. And I think when you come from a small town and all the relationships that we build there, it's all about the community. So I wanted to mention that I retired from Dow in 2016, and my intention for life was not to rebuild a town. It was really to ballroom dance and to exercise and do the things that I love to do. But since 2016, things have changed quite a bit for me, and I feel very honored to live in a community where a lot of people have given back, and especially in the face of this devastation. So I wanted to show a slide. Sharon, I think we had this working. It's just 1 second. We had this advance. Maybe we need to, there we go. Let's see if this will do it. Okay, so now I've got it. Thank you, thank you. So this is what Sanford looked like after the flood, if people hadn't seen enough pictures of it already. So there's the Welcome to Sanford sign, and there's our main street covered with mud, and people in front of their homes. And this is what the devastation looked like. And people came from near and far, from all different kinds of businesses to help us. So this Bobcat Bonnie's, they came from Detroit with food. And if you remember right, it was the pandemic, so the restaurants weren't open. A lot of people didn't have kitchens, didn't have electricity, didn't have a source of food. So we had people come from Detroit. We had a business owner who helped us fill out some grant applications. We had the Sanford Gladwell Rebuild, which was a group of investors who helped get the hardware rebuilt, and the restaurant, because you have to have your cornerstones. But this is all about kind of the good citizens, right? Because these are all donations that I'm talking about. So our hardware was paid off, and now they've got about $1.5 million into rebuilding it. The Red Oak was paid off. They have now about $500,000 into rebuilding it. So a lot of these multi-generational businesses now are kind of starting back at the beginning, but with a lot of help from donors. So also, we had paint donors that helped repaint this house. So on the left, you'll see the house after the flood. On the right, you'll see after 3 different paint companies donated the paint, and then people donated their time. And people got so very excited about this that they added landscaping to this, and they added gutters for the lady whose house this is. This is right on Main Street in Sanford, so if you get a chance to go through, you'll see that. We had the Meridian High School really come to our aid, the principal, the superintendent. We set up a very quick, where you could go get cleaning supplies and different things for your home right after the flood, so our high school really pitched in. Dow Chemical did a campaign called Pulling Your Weight by a local resident, Megan Clark, and then Dow brought all kinds of equipment and volunteers and just kept coming and coming and cleaning up the town for free. So they were hauling, I don't remember if it was 1 million pounds of waste, they kept track of it, so it was a lot. And this is all people donating their time, even though they had full-time jobs, to arrange these kinds of get-togethers. Then we have a Delta College professor who's painting a mural on the side of one of our buildings that represents what Sanford is about. He's doing that all on his own time at night and weekends, and he's never painted on a building before, so this is new for him. But this is all through donor funds that this mural is being done. We also have the heart. I don't know if people have seen the heart, but this was donated by Zentex in Freeland. And they have a lot of the art around Midland, the big M that's red and the I and D, so that's that company. So this is a pretty expensive piece of art. And the small hearts in it are families and people who came to help with their message, kind of like our memorial wall outside of the village park. And this was just listed on a site called Hidden in the Mitten. Things to see in out of the way places is to come and see the heart in Sanford. So there's so many different ways that people can be good citizens and help in the face of a catastrophe. And then many of you know about Sanford Strong. Sanford Strong website and Facebook page now has over 10,000 followers. That page was started by just 3 local residents who said, how are we going to come together and figure out who needs to go where and work on what? And they put in a lot of personal time, energy, and they're continuing to do that. They started up a donation center where people could bring beds and couches and stuff for people. So you can do, anything no matter where you are in your life if you put your focus to it. So they also take donations and buy things for homeowners when they're kind of out of their last dime and trying to get back in their home. So there are a lot of different agencies that help. But there are a lot of times gray spaces where these are the requirements of United Way or these are the requirements of Salvation Army. And so they're kind of filling in where people are just saying, I just need a stove to get back in. So they're using that money to do that. Then we started Sanford Shines. And I think I'm gonna go back one, because this is the Sanford Strong group. They're still going in parades and having Halloween get-togethers. And we started something called Sanford Shines last year. I don't know who came to Sanford to see the 64 Christmas trees in Porty Park. Did anybody come? If you did, yeah, raise your hand. So it was pretty cool. It's the neighborhood that 14 houses were wiped out. None of those houses are coming back. And we said, let's put 4 Christmas trees back there and light it up so it's not dark. When people heard about it, everyone wanted to put a memorial tree, so we ended up with 64 trees back there. The city of Frankenmuth heard about it, and they donated some of their decorations. And a lady who owns the flower shop in Auburn heard about it, so she donated Christmas trees to be decorated. So this has just been an amazing community event during the pandemic and during a very difficult election year. But we still all worked together for a common good, and it's really refreshing to see. So I have some community members we also started something called Sanford Grows. People said we need a community garden. So a lady just put a post out about it, and they planted a whole garden this summer, and there was lots of vegetables. Then we started a group called Sanford Builds because we lost about 30 homes in Sanford, and trying to find a way to bring those homes back for a couple reasons. We need residents to have a town. We need the tax base to have income to run the town. And we don't just want a bunch of houses sitting around that are blight and people having to move away. So we have a group that works with habitat, and so we're working hard to get all the homes back where possible. So there are a number of community people. This is one of the houses that got built by Habitat, and this gentleman lived in his camper until the end of November, and then in a hotel for about 4 or 5 months with his children while that house was built. And then this is Sanford Rising. I forgot our 1-year anniversary. We had an event called Sanford Rising because we think we're going to come back bigger, better, stronger. And so that's kind of our motto of resilience for the future. Oh, and the governor came quite a few times, and the lieutenant governor. So a lot of people came to show their support for the rebuild of Sanford. Angela Cole has a legal firm here in Midland, and she's also grew up in Sanford, so she's helped a lot of people with legal documents. She and a number of people continue to have food available in Sanford. Megan Clark did a lot of the work with pulling your weight. The fire chief has done a lot, and of course they made sure everybody got out and nobody was killed during the evacuation or during the flood. And then this is just more pictures of the Sanford Strong Group and a guy named Rick Hatfield that pulled people together to consistently go to people's house and make sure they got back in their house. So this is when we gathered for, some community events. And these are things people can do in the Good Citizenship Award, right? Anna Marilat is a business owner in town that her parents own Briggs Landscaping. And she bought the cake, she put the event together. And then a guy named Dan Helland from Michiana Curb Appeal came. He doesn't live here. He didn't know us. He is down by the Michigan-Indiana border. He saw this on TV, and he said that God put it on his heart to come and help. He was going to come for 4 days. He was here for 4 weeks. And he just kept bringing more and more equipment. He's an independent business owner, so it's he and a couple other employees. He grew up, he said, in the foster care system, and he was blessed with some really great parents in that process, and he wanted to give back to the community. So he found our flag and put it up in the park. He found some of the poles for the Burgess Foundation to rebuild the memorial to their son, and he found our, time capsule. So that was all buried in the village park. So he was really inspired to do that. And my part of that was to do his laundry at night. So what happened is when he came, the hotels were just having bare services. And so they didn't have laundry services. Some of them didn't even have food services. And this summer it was over 90 degrees. And he would work until 12 or 1 in the morning. And he would drop his laundry on my doorstep. And I would have it back on the doorstep at 6 with a cooler full of water for him. So he just would not give up. I tried to have him give up because I was getting kind of tired. But he still comes to the village frequently to check on things. So it's an amazing, see here's the time capsule, but it's amazing what people will do when their heart is inspired. So these are the poles he rescued. And the last part of this presentation is then about the bigger corporations in the area. So when Dan was leaving, he said, you need an excavator with a thumb to keep this cleanup going. And so Annette Glenn called me. This is how government can be involved. And she said, what can I help you with? And I said, I need something called an excavator with a thumb, but I need to look up a picture of it first because I'm not sure what I'm asking you for. But I heard that's what we need to keep cleaning. So she got a hold of Chris Moultrup from Three Rivers, and he came out and he said, I need to tell you, you need a heck of a lot more than an excavator with a thumb. You need a whole fleet. And so for 3 weeks, Three Rivers called a lot of the local companies like Beerline and Cervinsky Sod and a number of other places, and they came out for 3 weeks and cleaned up the area that is south of the rail trail, where Porty Park is now, that used to have 14 homes there. And they had to demo some of the homes, and this makes me really sad, but they stood in the streets with people who were watching their homes come down after months of trying to save what they could from their homes. So they did more than just come and clean up. They came and stood by people who were really suffering from the emotional impact that was on them. So this is what the debris looked like, just one pile. And under one home, they would find another home and another home and another home. So when we thought we were asking them to haul away a house, it was sometimes 5 or 6 homes. So it was more than a mind could really comprehend. So this is that same neighborhood where Porty Park is now, where the Christmas trees are. And so you can see why we wanted to try and turn around the image of that area as we went forward as a place of hope and serenity. So the other thing I will say about these Facebook pages and your connections to the community is we posted that our time and temperature in our Village of Sanford sign was broken and it was leaning down, and a friend from high school that grew up with me in Coleman contacted me and she said, "You realize I own a sign company, don't you? I can fix that for you." So she fixed that at cost, and that's the other thing about smaller communities. We don't have a lot of extra money to work with, so that's where the community really comes into play. And we ended up getting her a story in the Detroit News about doing this job for us, so we tried to, give back to people who gave to us. So since the flood, we keep having all these rainbows over Sanford, and everybody keeps posting them, and so we think of this as the signs of things to come. And we're really blessed to be in this community. And I think that was the end of my slides, but what I want to say is each and every one of us is what makes a town, and what makes giving to each other work. And so even if you think it's a small thing that you can do, it really works. In fact, Karen, the camera person back here, just reminded me that she works for the Conservation District, and she can get us some trees donated for the park, for some trees that just fell down. So every time I run into someone, they have these talents that they bring forward and say, "I want to help. I've been reading about your town and I want to be part of it." And so it's been very devastating but very exciting to see the goodness of people in the community. And I feel honored to have the community trust me to be in this role and to help the community come back bigger, better, stronger. So congratulations to all of you for your nomination. And as you look forward to your life, there's a lot you can do for the world in just the small things that you do. So thank you for inviting me to speak to you today. And I wanted to let you know another guy donated some books about hope. He donated 72 books, Harry Grether. So if you'd like a book before you leave, I have them behind me. They're free, and it's really great reading. So once again, thank you for having me, and good luck.
Oh, thank you, Dolores. It's so interesting to have it from your point of view, because I've read about it in the paper over the last year and a half, and all the things that have gone on in Stanford. It's just amazing. But thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
So, and now, one at a time, I will ask each DAR good citizen by school to come forward to my right with your parents, your school sponsors, and teachers too. As you come forward, I will tell about just a few of your many activities. You will receive a DAR Good Citizen pin, which a parent may pin on you, and you will receive a certificate and wallet card. Then a DAR member will take a picture of you, your family, and school sponsors and teachers. Then I would like each one of the DAR Good Citizens to say just a little bit, whatever you want, about what your future plans are after graduation. And school sponsors and parents are welcome to say a few words if they would like to. Now, I'm going to go alphabetically by school, and Beaverton is first on my list. And I've already talked to Sawyer. She's going to be my guinea pig for, you're going to be the first good citizen. And Betsy will give you the certificate, pin, and wallet card, and then we'll organize for a photo, and we're not sure. So parents and anybody who is here for Sawyer, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about Sawyer as she goes up. Sawyer Lingero is the good citizen from Beaverton High School. She is the daughter of Patty and Dallas Giroux, and her school sponsor is Hillary Phillips. Sawyer is a member and officer in National Honor Society, a member of Leo Club, and donates time to their activities, especially Christmas kindness. She has helped with United Way projects and did a lot of volunteering to help people involved in the floods last year. She is involved with volleyball, basketball, and softball, and was all-state in softball her junior year. And she is involved with youth in the community, such as umpiring in softball games. Anybody can come. I'm going to step aside, and I'd like Sawyer to say some things.
Sawyer, you want to come up first? Tell us what your plans are. Thank you, my dear.
So after high school, I am actually undecided on what I want to study, but I am looking into either Eastern or Mid. So I'm not sure, but I'm
We'll figure it out.
still figuring it out.
So as I was deciding what I wanted to say about Sawyer, I was trying to determine when I started working at Beaverton and realized that both Sawyer and I started at the junior-senior high school the same year. So we learned together, right? Sawyer is a joy to work with. I wish all my students were like Sawyer. She is polite, she is kind, she's a 4.0. That's great, right? She's dual-enrolled student, she's multi-sport talented. She is everything like the epitome of a high school student should be, and like kind to the nth degree. So I am ecstatic to have Sawyer here with us as our good citizen. And I really, truly, I know she's undecided, but I cannot wait to see what she does decide to do, because it will be truly amazing.
Hey. Thank you. Is Jason Long here? Thank you. Lauren Elizabeth Wachowski is the good citizen from Bullet Creek High School. She is the daughter of Dave and Darcy Wachowski, and her school sponsor is Jennifer Brown. Jason Long is here today with Lauren. Lauren is a member and officer of both Student Council and National Honor Society. She is active in school sports, especially varsity soccer and volleyball, and has won team honors in both. Lauren's extracurricular activities and volunteering include being on the Midland County Junior Fair Board, especially since she has been a 4-H member for many years, and being involved in her church in after-school and summer programs. Lauren?
I'll be attending part of the early college program, so I'm doing a 5th year at Delta, and after that, I'm not quite too sure what college I'm going to go into, but my plans are some type of biology or anthropology major.
Anyone would like to say something?
So just a couple quick things about Lauren is I've known Lauren for really a very long time. I think she first came into my world when she was a little twerp as a soccer player. And so I know her as her counselor, but really best as her volleyball coach and soccer coach for many, many years. And she truly has just the right mix of a young lady. She's got sass and spunk and just the right amount of bossiness. She just made a snide comment to me over here, but as I was walking up. But she's also warm and caring and truly an awesome leader. And without a doubt, she's probably one of the best students and best athletes I've ever come in contact with. And she's just a tremendous young lady. She'll be as successful at anything that she does. And I couldn't be more honored to even know the young lady. So Lauren's awesome.
Elektra Bork is a good citizen from Calvary Baptist Academy. She is the daughter of Deanna Bork and David Bork, and her school sponsor is Eric Lewis. Elektra is a member and officer in the Honor Society, and through that does volunteer work for her school, such as the Friendship Banquet and STEM Fair. She is strongly involved in the choir and drama programs at school, has had major roles in the last 3 drama performances, participated in the school's choir drama outreach tour, and sung in community concerts. Elektra also has volunteered in at the library in a toddler dance class and in the flood efforts.
I plan on attending Bob Jones University in South Carolina to study either political science or communications.
Thank you. Moving along. Bailey Nicole Mccoy is a good citizen from Coleman High School. She is the daughter of Monica Sisek, and her school sponsor is Shannon Tigner. Here today is Coleman teacher Joanna Shoemaker, who is a DAR member. Bailey is in the National Honor Society, is a member of the Quiz Bowl team, and has been named to the Board Scholars Program. She is an athlete on the varsity sideline and competitive cheer teams. Bailey is a band member and has received an Outstanding Musician Award. Some of her extracurricular activities include helping with elementary and middle school cheerleading and helping 7th grade band.
I am undecided on which university I plan to attend, but I do want to major in psychology. I do know that.
I have had the privilege of teaching Bailey all 3 years of high school except for this year, so I miss her in class because Bailey's just a ball of fun. She will come in laughing, she will leave laughing, and she will make you laugh. So she is also on a quiz bowl at our school, and she's in Honor Society, and she kind of leads the way with by example. And so it's been fun to have her in school. I'm excited to see how she excels in her future.
Adam Deiter is a good citizen from Freeland High School. He is the son of Amy and Doug Deiter, and his school sponsor is Heather Essex. Here today also, I believe, is Tracy Smith, principal of Freeland High School. Adam is a Freeland Scholar, a member of the National Honor Society, and has done unique ways of volunteering in the pandemic, such as helping organize the first ever virtual polar plunge. I'd love to hear more about that one. Other community volunteer work has been at the Saginaw Rescue Ministry, serving and cooking food for victims of domestic violence. Adam is an athlete on the varsity ice hockey team, the varsity golf team, and has been captain of the varsity cross country team. His goal is to become a criminal defense attorney.
So after high school, I plan on attending either the University of Detroit, Mercy, or Michigan State University to study either law or political science.
Just a couple of words about Adam. He is just genuinely a great kid. Very few kids have the art of being articulate, and he just has a way with words. He's one of those kids that will stop into a teacher's room or into my office just to say hello. He's extremely outgoing, very friendly, and he is just someone that always has a smile on his face, and we enjoy seeing him. He is very motivated to learn and genuinely curious. He's not someone who is looking to always get the best, or looking to get the best grade, although he does have great grades, I'm not saying you don't. But he genuinely is curious. And so he is just that all-around great student that we love to have in class, and we're really excited to see what the future holds in store for him. So congratulations, Adam.
Lexi Elise Moore is a good citizen from Gladwell High School. She is the daughter of Bradley and Mary Moore. Her sponsor is Mindy Smith, along with Principal Elizabeth Brown, who I believe is here today. Lexi is a member and officer in Student Council, Student Government, a member of Wachowski Club, and a member of National Honor Society. She has played varsity soccer for 4 years. She has participated in and won awards in Science Olympiad. Lexi has taken part in programs at CMU related to health and medical careers. In her community, she has participated in food drives, which allow people to get their next meal. Lexi's goal is to become a pediatrician, to be able to improve children's lives and inspire them.
Like she said earlier, I hope to become a pediatrician. I don't quite know where I want to go yet, but I have either MSU, CMU, or SVSU.
So when someone thinks of a kind, intelligent, empathetic, hardworking, beautiful young lady, if you know Lexi, she's the first person that comes to mind. She epitomizes patience, she has kindness, strength, and when talking with Lexi, she has this ability to give you this sense of calm, compassion, and confidence with anyone that she's with. She makes you fundamentally feel what is most important for every human being alive, to feel heard, valued, and respected. The loyalty and the love that she's earned from her friends and who she gives freely back to is something that everyone should strive for. With everything that Lexi has accomplished and some of the things that Joan has mentioned, that's only half of what she's done in her short 17 years. And she's essentially like Wonder Woman in training. She makes our school a better place with her simply being there. And her servant heart is the most precious attribute that Lexi possesses. And I'm so happy that you all got to know a little bit of Lexi today.
Eliana Tierney is the good citizen from H.H. Dow High School. She is the daughter of Jennifer Tierney, and her school sponsor is Douglas Bradford. Also here today is Ted Davis, principal of Dow High. Eliana is a member of Girl Scouts, was a recipient of the Silver Award, and participates in their activities for the community, such as Shelter House, Open Door, and the Midland Humane Society. Eliana was elected to serve on the executive board for student leadership. She is a member and president of the National Honor Society, is actively involved with the Key Club, DECA, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Go Green, a school club devoted to making her school more environmentally friendly. Eliana is a member of the band and is the section leader. This year, she has participated in a program called Cyber Seniors, in which she worked with senior citizens to answer their questions about technology. Go, Eliana. Being one of those senior people.
So currently I'm undecided about which university I'd like to attend, but I'm interested in pursuing a degree in either business or educational law.
As you read the characteristics for the good citizen, Eliana possesses all those greatly, and it was really easy as we made a decision as a school staff. And I just want to say thank you. We're so proud of how you represent yourself, your school, and your community. So thanks for all you do. And thanks for the DNR for doing this. DNR.
Yeah.
DNR.
Yes, Doug is tall, I'm short. Kayla Funk is a good citizen from Meridian Early College High School. She is the daughter of Rachel and Thomas Funk and Kendra Burton, and her school sponsor is Amy Boxey. She will graduate from Meridian and will also graduate with an associate's in science degree from Delta College. Kayla is a member of the National Honor Society and has volunteered in her school and community through the organization. She is a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and is a class president for the class of 2022. Kayla is drum major of the Mustang Marching Band, first-year flute of the Symphonic Band, lead alto saxophone for the Jazz Ensemble, and has done solo and ensemble. Kayla is a longtime member of the Girl Scouts and completed a 50-hour service project to earn her Silver Award. She volunteered to help clean up Sanford after the 2020 floods and helped decorate the newly formed Porty Park for the Sanford Shines event. Kayla is also a member of the Midland Area Youth Action Council to help youth in the area. She plans to attend Michigan Technological University to study biochemistry and molecular biology.
Hi, as she previously said, I do plan to attend Michigan Tech to study molecular biology.
So just a few words about Kayla. As I watched Dolores' presentation, I was thinking, oh, yep, Kayla was there. Oh, yep, Sanford Shines, Kayla was there. Kayla's just an outstanding role model to her peers. As Joan mentioned, Kayla is one of our early college students since our program started. She'll be our third student who's going to graduate from Delta College first before she earns her high school diploma. She's earned her associates in April. She'll earn her associates in applied science. Is that correct, right, Kayla? And then she'll, of course, earn her high school diploma as well in May. So she has a bright future ahead of her. Kayla's one of the most just humble individuals. She's not out there to seek the spotlight, but just as a true leader in all of the things that she is a part of. If I need help, I'll send out a remind chat, and Kayla's the first one to reply back. Yes, I'll help with tutoring. Yes, I'll help with Sanford Shines. Whatever it is, she is there. So just incredibly proud of her, and congratulations.
Lauren Elizabeth McGurk is a good citizen from Midland High School. She is the daughter of Randy and Tracy McGurk, and her school sponsor is Jessica Harold. Also here today, I believe, with her is Tila Sherman, principal of Midland High. Lauren is active in sports in varsity cross country, captain, varsity pom-pom team, and varsity track team, captain, and won the Faith Ann Sawicki Award, which goes to a member of the girls' track team for her kindness, positivity, and overall character in honor of a former athlete who passed away recently. And I did meet Faith Ann before she passed away. Lauren is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, Student Leadership, the school newspaper Focus, the Green Club, an environmental group at her school, and several others. Lauren volunteers in a variety of different activities at school, does volunteering at her church, and did volunteer work at the Midland flood cleanup.
After high school, I want to pursue a degree in either supply chain management or computer science, and then attend either Grand Valley or MSU, but I am undecided.
Lauren, I've only known Lauren for a very short time. July, I believe, is when we met. However, any event that we have in our school, Lauren is there, leading students to be better than they thought they could be. One particular instance that really sticks out with me, or to me with Lauren, is we were at a football game. She was leading the student section. She had a cross-country meet the next day, and then she had to work at the Loons game that evening. But she came up to me, and our NHS hadn't fully met yet, and she said, Ms. Sherman, the NHS typically cleans the stadium every Saturday morning. Do we have a plan for that? It hadn't even, of course, crossed my mind. I said, no, I don't know who's going to clean up the stadium. I just surmised that it would get done. And she said, you know what? I'll get a group of friends together and we'll just come clean it up. Maybe student leadership or the student section. We'll get it done. And the next day, she took care of it. She assembled it that evening, ran our cross-country meet, and then came back to the stadium to clean it. Lauren demonstrates what it means to have chemic pride, and it was quite easy to nominate Lauren, as she is, she's a true chemic, and she loves everything about Midland High, and we are truly grateful for her.
Now, our good citizen from Windover High is not here, but I'm going to read her bio anyway. Shelby Carson is a good citizen from Windover High School. She is the daughter of Nadine Post, and her school sponsor is Principal Marcella Mosqueda. Shelby participated in the culinary program during freshman and sophomore years. During that time, she helped with doing lunch catering to elderly cancer survivors. Some of her interests include art, theater, and drama, music production, and makeup and costume design. She says her dream career is being an SFX makeup artist. Now, as you can see, all of these young people are amazing. And I have included only a small part of the things they have done. But I've read all of your bios, and they're great. And they have many different interests. I see great things for all of them in the future. Congratulations to all of our school winners. Wear your pin with pride. And now, our DAR John Alden Chapter Award winner, who was selected by the judges this year, is, take my pin off here so that I can turn it to the next page. Kayla Funk from Meridian Early College High School. And Kayla, I would like you to read your essay.
Okay. All right. So as we talked about in the beginning, the title of the essay I had to write was Our American Heritage and Our Responsibility for Preserving It. Our nation was founded and built by strong, dependable, good citizens. Ever since that fateful July day in 1776, America has been building a citizenry of strong leaders, dependable workers, and men and women that take pride in their country. From overcoming the tyranny of King George to sending a man to the moon, Americans have always met and exceeded their goals, shown great perseverance, and have had an unwavering sense of patriotism. Over 200 years later, the job of preserving this heritage of excellence falls to us. The job of preserving such a rich and prestige heritage may seem daunting, but it is not as hard as it seems. Breaking down any important American act, event, or award shows that they all have one thing in common: good citizens behind them. That being said, to continue to preserve this heritage, all we have to do is to continue being good citizens. That means showing up every day ready to give your best effort, lending a helping hand to better your community, stepping up and taking action, and not hiding your sense of pride in your country. Dependability is one of the most important qualities in a good citizen. If we can all be dependable for one another, then no one will be left behind. By making sure that we're there when our neighbors need us, we can ensure that America remains a country with an emphasis on community. Dependability goes hand in hand with service. A citizenry of individuals willing to put in work to better their communities creates a country worth being proud of. Service can be something as simple as volunteering at a trash cleanup or something as dedicated as joining the armed forces to fight for our freedom. America has always been a nation full of leaders. To preserve that heritage, we have to step up and be leaders whenever we can, whether it's something as small as leading a local club, or if it's something more involved like running for local government. Without citizens with a strong sense of leadership, a nation would fall apart. Having so many individuals willing to step up and lead allows new ideas to be shared, more voices to be heard, and overall, a better nation built. Lastly, every good citizen needs to have a sense of patriotism. Throughout history, Americans have been perhaps the most patriotic population in the world, and it has led us to do amazing and seemingly impossible things. Being patriotic doesn't have to mean anything political. It simply means being proud of the people of your country and being proud to admit how far we've come. The American heritage is one filled with overcoming struggle and achieving the impossible. To uphold this heritage is an honorable job that requires the continued building of good citizens. Individuals that show dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism are the ones that will continue to build and preserve our nation's heritage. Being there for our friends and neighbors, helping our communities, stepping up and taking action, and being proud of who we are as a nation will help support a better America and preserve our rich heritage.
And Flora, once I get this out of the package, we have a gift for you. And I will have to see my notes here, yes. We congratulate you as our chapter winner. First of all, we have a tribute from the state of Michigan, signed by Governor Whitmer, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist, Senator Stamas, and Representative Glenn. And I would like to read the Michigan tribute, if you don't mind. Special tribute from the state of Michigan to Kayla Funk. Let it be known that it is a privilege to honor and congratulate Kayla Funk upon being selected as a recipient of the 2021-2022 Good Citizen of the Year Award by the John Alden Chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. DAR is a nonprofit, non-political volunteer women's service organization dedicated to promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing America's future through better education for children. This notable award is presented to Kayla for her leadership, patriotism, dependability, and service. In every group of young adults, there are always a few whose character, maturity, and dedication have made them stand out from the crowd. The DAR Good Citizen Award is presented to a high school senior who has been nominated by their peers and teachers because they display qualities of leadership, service, and patriotism to the highest degree. Kayla's essay, Our American Heritage and Our Responsibility for Preserving It, and her strong leadership qualities stood out above the rest, and she was selected for this prestigious honor. While at Meridian Early College High School, Kayla has served both her community and school through many extracurricular activities. Kayla has shown her leadership ability by serving as class president for the class of 2022, remaining active in the school band, and volunteering on numerous occasions. Kayla distinguishes herself with an exceptional academic record and a rigorous curriculum. This exceptional young woman offers a promising future where dependability and perseverance are revered. We look forward to her continued contribution to her community and to the state of Michigan in the years to come. In special tribute, therefore, this document is signed and dedicated to honor and commend Kayla Funk on being selected as the 2021-2022 Good Citizen of the Year by the John Alden Chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. May she and her family know of our esteem for her achievements and best wishes in all her future endeavors. And as I say, this was signed by Annette Glenn, State Representative for the 98th District, Jim Stamas, State Senator, the 36th District, Garland Gilchrist II, Lieutenant Governor, and Gretchen Whitmer, Governor. And so I'm going to give this, and I would like Thor to take a picture while I get out of the way. If you would take a picture of Kayla with her. So, don't go away. And from our DAR John Alden chapter, we have a gift for you, which will be presented by our Vice Regent, Karen Miller.
Yes. On behalf of the John Alden chapter, we would like to present you with a check to use in any way you like. Congratulations.
So again, congratulations, Kayla, and best wishes for your future plans.
Thank you.